And start it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So Tops has been out just over a week, and we are going to spend some time talking about Tops, and we're going to talk about mainly the 5 reasons that Tops hit a home run with 2026 Series 1 baseball.
I thought
So,
this was going to be a what's in the box.
yeah,
I thought,
no,
oh, okay.
yeah,
I signed up for the wrong thing then.
yeah. So we are talking about Tops 2026
Series 1.
is Series 1 baseball. And we are going to talk about a few reasons why. And I think there's 5 main reasons. I tried to kind of put them in categories.
Yep.
5 main reasons why Tops hit a home run with 2026. And we'll kind of talk about the good mostly, because I honestly do believe it's mostly good news.
Mhm.
And then we'll talk about a couple swings and misses maybe in the product. So we'll try to give you all the details. Before we do, I figured I'd tell you just a little bit about each product, each version of the product. So I just am going to talk about the main ones: the Hobby, the Blaster, the Mega, and the Jumbo. So those are the main ones. There's also tens, Easter tens, and there's also hangers.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of this, we'll get to hangers. Again,
we do have tens also, Easter tens. We do actually currently have those available.
Yes, we do. So for the hobby boxes, you are getting 20 packs of 12 cards plus 1 promo pack. You also get 1 auto, 1 relic. This is very similar to last year.
One of each, or only one of each. Not you don't get both. You either get an autograph or a jersey.
Yep, correct. And hobby boxes, as we do this in mid-February, are $135 average across the board online. Then we go to blasters. Blasters are between $25 and $30 plus tax most places. It is 6-pack box, 12 cards, 2 to 3 spring training parallels per box, only in the blasters. The megas, which came out a little later, just releasing actually today as we film this, are 14 packs of 14 cards. They're coming in around $55, and you get 3 cracked parallels, and they look like the 91 Tops cards. Those come in the Mega only. And then you've got jumbos with 10 packs of 40 cards, 2 promo packs, which they used to call them silver, but they seem to be white this year, 1 auto, and 1 relic. But I have seen several boxes that did have 3 hits, actually.
Oh, that's good.
But that is 1 less hit officially guaranteed compared to last year. Now, jumbos are currently $275 to $300 and are the hardest to find.
Now when it says autograph and relic, is the relics, has it mostly been jerseys, or are they, because before the last few years it was an autograph, a relic or jersey, and then a manufactured patch.
Yeah.
And though I like the manufactured patch, a lot of the hobby done it. They were usually a thick card, usually had some medallion in it, or like a piece of cloth, or like a logo of some sort. But I noticed that Topps has started to come away from that version of cards.
Yeah, and that's a good point. What you're actually down is basically a manufactured kind of card, which really didn't have a lot of value in the hobby, except for a few where they serial numbered, dropped in like a coin or something like that. So that's really what you're down. Also, while we're talking about that, many people complained about the jumbo being down this hit, but the market is saying it is no big deal. As far as price point compared to last year and that sort of thing. So we're talking about some reasons that Topps hit a home run this year. So I think you can do this off the top of your head, really. One of the reasons they hit a home run, and it really wasn't them per se, it is just the fact of the product being the 75th anniversary. And the 75th logo is on everything. Every individual card even is the 75th logo there. So
they also did a really, really good commercial.
Oh, yes.
Did you see the commercial? Have you seen the commercial where all the cards are encased in like a glass thing that says 75th? I saw that today. Very professional. Very this is it. This is 75th anniversary. You need to get this product. So
yeah. So can you explain, how is it Topps 75th anniversary? You want to go
Okay,
first?
so Tops is a company that is 75 years old. They started in 1952 was the first official release. Now Tops and Bowman was also owned by Tops at the time and did put out cards as early as 1948, but Tops came around in 1952, did a staggered series. It used to be back then, it wouldn't be like series one, series two update. It would be they would put out so many cards, like the first 300 cards would be in these packs, and then, well, the first 300 plus the next 150 would be in another wave that came through. And, finally, like the last wave of the 52 Tops was the Mickey Mantle rookie card. It was double printed on the sheet that they made them. There's literally two of them, so they were mass produced supposedly. Now, that year, because of it being the first year of an actual Tops product, the companies that didn't sell out, they said, hey, just send it back to us.
Mhm.
And there was left over. And the rumors was that they were put into the Hudson River, like shoved off back in those days in the 50s and stuff like that. They didn't care about water pollution and stuff like that, and literally just shoved it off the dock and off the books. So the rumors is that there possibly still is Mickey Mantles that could be intact in New York,
Mhm.
in the ocean, or in the Hudson River. So, anyways, the company has been alive since then. So, being the 75th anniversary, they
Mhm.
have went back and done some. They do buybacks from time to time. They
Mhm.
have, and they do buybacks for their Tops archives, autographs, and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So they have purchased some iconic cards.
Mhm.
One that has been hit already appears to be was the Willie Mays, and it is a graded card.
Mhm.
It does not state what the grade is, but to get a 52 Tops of Willie Mays in
Mhm.
any condition is better than not having a Willie Mays
Mhm.
in 52 Tops in not having it. So,
Mhm.
but there supposedly is a Mickey Mantle redemption
Mhm.
available in the product,
Mhm.
but it's not like some products will be like, hey, it's only available in jumbos. You go and get in jumbos.
Mhm.
Because it's a redemption, it is literally divided between the products. It could be in it. One of these boxes could have it right here.
Mhm.
And that's a good chase. But yes,
Yeah.
75 years. Tops was doing good for a long time. And then Fanatics buying them
Mhm.
basically kind of put a,
Mhm.
hey, how are you going to make this product better? And they was able to put their marketing team and all the things together,
Mhm.
and so far does appear to be a home run.
Yes. So again, one of the reasons that we think Tops hit a home run was the 75th anniversary thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that includes the fact that, well, it was just 75th anniversary, but I almost made that Mantle card a separate entry of one of these reasons they hit a home run.
Mm-hmm.
But that Mantle card fits nicely under the idea of the 75th anniversary, the nostalgia that they're creating there, and it is a very interesting thing. I almost wonder, and this is I'll mention this on the 75th anniversary section. We know that box breaking and vintage people are almost against each other. I mean, I hate to say it, in this hobby, there's the box buster and
Mm-hmm.
there's the vintage collector. Now, sometimes they do meet, but I wonder almost with all of the nostalgia that is involved in this product, and we're going to continue to talk about some of these things, but all of that nostalgia that is there, that all the flashbacks to Topps great cards throughout the years and those sort of things. I wonder even if at this affordable price, which is one of the things we're going to talk about too, I wonder if even the occasional vintage collector tries to complete a set again or tries to get in there and open it up.
That is a good question. I mean, if you've collected for years, I mean, it really depends how far back you're talking. If, like, I remember the 35th anniversary. I do. It was like 1992 or whatever it was, and it
Mm-hmm.
was, and the 50th anniversary. I remember that 50th anniversary and stuff like that because I've collected for 40 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
So it is notable, but I mean, some of those collectors got out of buying boxes because of the price hike over the last couple of years, and have
Mm-hmm.
literally just went to your hobby shops and been like, hey, whenever the factory set comes out, Series 1, Series 2, I want one. And it's usually around the Christmas time, it's usually the end of the year or whatever. And they will buy the complete set because they don't, if they got sets from 68 through whatever, they're not going to skip a set for $50 to $60. They're just going to pay for the. So I mean, as long as Topps offers a factory set, which I assume they will at some point, because it would be Series 1 and 2. That is the reason why. Though I personally don't think the collector of those sets that just collects the sets is going to go out and purchase this as a, unless it's just for fun, or they're trying to get their kid in it, or stuff like that.
I got you. Yeah, the factory sets are coming in August.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just 75th anniversary and some of the nostalgia that they capitalized on that makes this product a home run. There's even a line of shirts and stuff that are releasing soon.
Hey, do you think Bobby will get one of those?
He might get one of those.
Oh, man.
We will get one of those.
Bobby has a whole section. Literally every day he wears a shirt that's part of the industry. Now, it could be a GameTime Collectibles official sweatshirt or T-shirt.
It could.
But it could be, he's probably wearing one right now. He's wearing a GameTime shirt right now.
Yeah.
So probably. Yes, that is his that is his whole wardrobe. So thank you to all the hobby companies that have supplied us with shirts. And if you have a shirt you want Bobby to wear, please send it to us.
Yeah.
What size do you wear, Bobby? Medium?
It's according to what kind of shirt it is.
Okay. Medium to large shirts for Bobby, please.
Yep. Okay. So that's just number one, 75th anniversary and all the nostalgia there. Okay. So then we are looking at the rookie class. And so we don't need to have a lot of comment there. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm some prospect baseball expert. All I'm going to mention is 6 guys that you should pay attention to in this product. Number 1 is Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony is the big guy in this product, power hitter. Boston
That's a
Reds.
really strong name.
Yes, it is. It is. Roman Anthony.
Roman Anthony
is a really strong name, but he's the big guy. But don't forget Jack Caglione. Yep, Jack Caglione. And Jack Caglione tore up the minors, like tore it up, came to the majors last year, struggled a little bit.
Yes.
But there are a lot of guys that
Jack.
I think it's Jack.
Jack.
So a lot of guys
JC.
are predicting that this will be like a breakout season for him and that he will come back and figure it out in the majors. Yeah. So he might be able to pick him up at a reasonable price. Also, Jacob Mizrachi. Yeah, I don't know. It's close to that. But he is a pitcher for the Brewers. Yes. And so we don't say a lot about pitchers, but people expect him to be great. There's Samuel Bassalo, who's an Oriole. There's Colson Montgomery, and there's Jonah Tong, who is a Mets pitcher. So those 6 guys alone are a reason to kind of get into this product and open a few things. If you hit any of those guys in one of their other variations, a serial number card, it seems like it could really be pay off for you. And I've seen other people who are more specialists in the MLB prospect line saying this class right here, and again, beyond Topps control, except who they choose to put into Series 1, they're giving it like a B+. So the rookie class in this is another reason. So we've got the 75th anniversary. We've got the rookie class.
Plus you got second-year players and stuff like that this is their first regular major league card, like Nick Ertz.
Yep.
And, stuff like that. And you got third-year cards of, like, Paul Skeens, and you get variations and numbers of those cards. If it's out of $3.99, or even your golds out of 2026, I mean, there is an added value to that. So that it's definitely, those are good to have.
Yeah, 100%. So then we are looking at number 3 reason that Topps 2026 is a home run, and we'll just keep this pretty simple. It's the planning and preparation that went into this product. And you're saying, well, don't they always plan? Well, yeah, but this has been in the works for 2 years. 2 years ago, they were submitting this design for the 75th. The box itself is almost a work of art. That's just one example of the preparation that went into this, and the idea of all the inserts that are in this product, which that's what we're going to get to next, and how much planning it took, and how much the 91 cards are really a part of this, which is that 40, 50-year-old person who collected cards. we're in love with those cards,
Yeah.
especially the autographed versions of
Now,
those.
now something to take in consideration when Fanatics took over Tops,
Hmm.
Tops had already had plans for the sets, the next coming sets, and that's how you do. You know, you're working on not even next year, the year in advance and stuff like that. So this is the first year that officially Fanatics was in all on board. They're like, hey, you know, we got this thing, and Tops is like, hey, you know, I know you own us now, but hey, we got the 75th anniversary thing, and they're like, we need to go all out, and that's what they've done. You know, so you got multiple years of preparation of Tops themselves preparating, and then you got Fanatics coming in being like, hey, you know, I think we can do this, we think we can do that. Fanatics ultimately had the final decision on it, and we think that they chose well.
Yeah. So, number four reason. So, we've got 75th anniversary and all of the nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a great rookie class. We've got the fact that they've planned and prepared for this and did a great job with the cover
Mm-hmm.
and the marketing. But also, it's the parallels and the inserts. There is a ridiculous amount of parallels and inserts, and many of those have autograph versions. So, I'm just going to mention a few.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-generational covers. So let me describe that one to you. It is when a player was the cover artist for a Topps product in the past. It could be like 91 Topps, 95 Topps, 2008 Topps. Then it's a picture of that player, their cover work for the box, and many of those come in an autograph version. So you've got those. You've got the always popular all kings and all aces. I was checking out prices on all kings and
Mm-hmm.
all aces, and Otani, for instance, several of those went in the $5,000 to $6,000 range.
Mm-hmm.
Judge around 4,000. You have 350 different gold mirror variations. So, like last year, it doesn't have to be just these top group of players. Maybe you just collect the Orioles and you want to see a variation of any guy that plays for the Orioles. Well, you can see that with
Yes.
the gold mirror variation of 350 different guys. Now they also added 1952 rookie variations. So what that is it's these guys that are we already gave a B plus for these rookies. It's the 25 top rookies, and they're given this 1952 rookie variation, and some of them are even autographed. Then we have first pitch autos. First pitch autos of who? Wimby, Tony Hawk, other guys they have from other
Mm-hmm.
sports. They're exclusive to Fanatics. If they threw out a first pitch, they could be part of it. And actually, a lot of our favorites is the 91 inserts and the 91 insert parallels. And so some of those are serial numbered, some of those are autoed. And we've seen Barry Bonds. I saw a Mark Grace pulled here specifically, which I thought was really cool. I've seen a Derek Jeter on card.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those are low serial numbered. I've seen the Derek Jeter was numbered to 10.
Yep.
So we have all of those inserts. So in every box, you have an opportunity to pull out something of worth, something that is just fun or interesting. And again,
Every different variation of packs. You know,
mm-hmm,
we're not talking about just hobby, and it's not just a jumbo. It's also the mega.
mm-hmm,
It's also the blaster. It's also the hanger. It's also the egg or the tin and stuff like that. So,
mm-hmm,
I mean, it is a random thing, you know. So,
mm-hmm,
I would say this: it is a budgeted thing that you still, even if you have a moderate budget, and you can only afford to buy a tin
mm-hmm,
or an egg or whatever, you still have a chance to hit something. It's
mm-hmm,
not like some of your other products where it's like, hey, well, you're gonna get one collar and like Panini, for example. I mean, Panini is going to put out. This is the one thing. This is the one question that I have, and we talked about this last week about the basketball and how affordable the basketball is going to be compared to Fanatics basketball.
mm-hmm,
Okay, so if you have a choice of buying this or buying a Panini baseball that's not licensed and it's still in the same price range,
mm-hmm,
because this would be in the price range of where a Fanatics or a Panini box would be. You're going to buy this over
mm-hmm,
the Panini.
mm-hmm,
You're not going to bother with that because you have all these different inserts, and
mm-hmm,
the only thing that Panini really has to offer is a couple insert sets and a lot of color variations.
mm-hmm,
And who really cares about the color variation if it's not licensed by the company or
mm-hmm.
the team that it came out from? So,
Yeah.
Topps is still a winner.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the fifth point, and Bill was already kind of touching on it. So I kind of group these two together. The price points and the availability.
Mm-hmm.
Why is 2026 a winner? It's the price points and the availability. And we've talked about this in our Facebook Lives, or maybe even um, in a YouTube thing that we've done, or a YouTube short,
Mm-hmm.
that there are all kinds of new people in this hobby. And Topps Fanatics feels like their job is to have cards in the hands of everyone.
Every price point.
At every price point. If a kid wants to be able to hit a Cooper flag and a box of cards, Topps feels like they should be able to do it. If a kid wants to be able to hit a Roman Anthony rookie, they feel that it should be within the grasp of the average American's family budget, that that kid can get a blaster when
Yes.
his mom's buying milk or whatever.
Yes.
So the retail is everywhere. We know that. Walmart, Target, all of those kind
They
of
do have
places.
fat packs also.
Yes.
And we do have those currently in the shop.
Yes, they do have fat packs. They do have hangers. They do have the Easter egg tins.
Mm-hmm.
So retail's everywhere, all kinds of different price points. Again, before I mention this one last thing, I will go with prices again. This is mid-February. Hobbies 135 at the average place. Blasters are 30 or less, more like 25 most places. Megas are 55. Jumbos are 275. And I will mention this with this. We've been offered 3 waves of Topps. 3 waves of Top Series 1. Now, sometimes the price increases on certain prices, products or product lines. It didn't. But as Bill mentioned very early in this, the jumbos are going to hit 300. They are going to get out of reach. They're somehow right now already starting to be like hard to find on certain websites, or they'll go dark on certain websites. But for the most part, they've got it in the hands of your local shop. We've got plenty. There's no reason for us to be crazy priced.
Mm-hmm.
We've got plenty of availability. It's everywhere else, and the price points are fine. So it's available everywhere. Now, obviously, we're going to now talk about some swings and misses, maybe
Okay.
with this product. And there's not many.
Yep.
But this whole idea of the price point and the availability everywhere leads to this statement: it is absolutely mass produced. Mass produced on a level that we may have never even seen
Mm-hmm.
before. And so this product is mass produced. And so one of the issues with it being mass produced is it does pop up from time to time. And this is, I'd say this is a swing and a miss for shop owners by Fanatics. It'll pop up from time to time on the website, a hobby box,
Mm-hmm.
for $99.99.
Yep.
Your local shop cannot afford to be $99.99 on this product because of the difference between what Topps gives it to us for and what would be a fair retail markup.
Mm-hmm.
Your local shop's not trying to gouge you or anything like that, but we've been offered multiple waves and have been upcharged, which each of those waves, with some of these Topps products. So in a way, that's a swing and a miss. Topps should not be our competition against we shouldn't be in competition against the people supplying
Yes,
us.
and if there's so much out there, it is
Yes.
popping up. We've seen it at other
Mhm.
shops
Yep.
that aren't direct with Topps, literally not direct with Topps, but they had it as early as we did. So they
Mhm.
got it from somebody.
Yes.
So, they know that it's going to be a home run and they have to keep it in their shop. So
Yep.
it is what it is. It's going to be everywhere. You're going to find this everywhere. You're going to find this everywhere. These are going to be gone. The breakers will kill this product, and they're going. Like I said, they're going to soar past 300 at least. Your hobby, I think, at some point will jump to 150 because it's unavailable, especially on the website.
Mhm.
So once this came off the website the other day, it tops at the $99.99.
Mhm.
Kind of was like was letting you know that Topps is not going to put it back out there, and now you have to go to your local hobby shop, or you're going to have to go to a retailer, and everybody's going to be about the same price.
Yes. And one other thing, in a way that I think they let some shops down, is there's kind of this thing that we all say: hangers or bangers.
Mm-hmm.
And I know many hobby shops were not offered hangers.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those hobby shops, been offered 3 different waves of Topps and yet to be offered the hangers.
Yes.
So now I do have plenty of different versions, but I was not offered those. Now, again, going back to the mass produced, and we'll kind of end with this. Do you feel like there's long-term collectability of 2026 Topps?
So yes, with the rookie class that's out there and stuff like that, a couple of these guys have only had cards in Bowman for like the last year and two, because they are Trout draft picks and stuff like that. So, but they do have cards now. So, depends on their ability and their desire, people desire to have them. Plus your inserts and variations will, how, and I assume that a lot of these sets will be continued into Series 2. So, it's like we did the first 25 in Series 1, Series 2 will be this. That person that wants to put together a master set is going to keep on buying this until they can hit it or go to shows. And, a lot of these cards, a lot of them legitly will not be into dollar boxes and stuff like that. But a lot of them will. You will be able to go to shows and randomly find them if you're trying to work on your set. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
So anyways, it is I think the desirability for this for the next year or two is going to be there. And then also waiting to see what top Series 2, what they're going to do in that to try to sell the product also. So
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, I even see this product. I remember, being a kid and seeing people putting together sets, having those little like 35 count
mm-hmm.
cases, and
Yep.
literally putting a number order. Like, I want to get all the,
Yeah.
all kings are very expensive,
Yep.
but I want to get all of the 91 inserts, or I
Yep.
want to get all of the rookie variations,
Oh
or
yeah.
whatever. And so I could literally see that happening again. I think it stays collectible. But I think the problem is, if I chose a different word, is this a long term investment? I would have to have a different take, honestly. Even though I love the product, I would have to have a long,
20,
a different take on the long term investment potential for this
we
product,
can't.
because if
45,
you can
50,
get it
50
so
for both of
easily.
them.
If it's like, we know there's some great players in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
but those cards were mass produced. Obviously, like Barry Bonds was a great player.
Yeah.
You could even go to King Griffey Jr. and talk about like 89 Donruss, 89 Fleer.
Mm-hmm.
Ungraded, those cards aren't $50 and $150.
Yeah.
Those cards are reasonable. So long-term investment potential may not be there, even if Roman Anthony does really well, because Roman Anthony base rookies are going to
Yeah.
be a dime a dozen, in my opinion.
I mean, I think it depends. Like we've talked about, I don't. They're not going to be. I assume that there will be some people that buy a lot of stuff and they'll make their dollar box or whatever. But I think most of them are going to be at least in your $2, 3 for $5 boxes and stuff like that. I don't think people are going to give them away.
Mm-hmm.
It's very possible. But like we said, it is mass produced. So how many rookies will they put out there? Or is there going to be a million of each rookie card, base card out there? Or is there going to be 250,000? I think it's going to be between the 500,000 and a million cards of each.
Mm-hmm.
And how much can the supply equal the demand,
Mm-hmm.
especially in a rookie year? So,
Yep.
all right, guys.
Yep.
Hey,
And we'll wrap this up.
that's our take on this product. I guess